everyone. If you're listening to this, please change the speed to 1.25 or 1.5 speed, just so you can listen faster, listen to more things, and my slow voice won't be as boring or droning as much. As hard as I try to keep it lively, I am aware of my own voice and how monotone it can get. Now, I just watched Nikki Glaser's new stand-up special on Netflix. If you've seen Nikki Glaser, she's been on Conan. She has another half-hour Netflix special, I think, as part of the stand-ups, or one of those little anthology stand-up special sets. And if you're at all familiar with her, I guess, yeah, she's very, very lewd. Obviously, stand-up comedy is something that everyone has their own taste and preference for. In all the other clips and things I've seen, I didn't mind, I guess, how lewd she was being, because it was funny, But this one, a lot of it kind of felt like she was just giving probably the most lewd TED Talk imaginable. And some of it was funny, legitimately funny, but also a lot of it just kind of felt, at least to me, just lewd, just for the sake of being that way, which I don't like too much. I didn't find, there was a decent amount of this special that I just didn't find that funny, but, maybe it just wasn't intended for me as an audience. So, and that's totally fine. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I didn't find it extremely funny. I'm sure there's a lot of these experiences that she recounts that will be a lot funnier to women that will probably find these experiences way more relatable. Which I guess, honestly think is the basis for all comedy, is forming a relatable connection with your audience, and saying things that people think but don't necessarily say. And she does a lot of that, and it's pretty good. It just came out on Netflix. Check it out if you like her style of comedy, if you're interested. I think it's kind of worth your time. Another one that's really worth your time, if you haven't checked it out, it came out in the last 2 or 3 weeks, is Bill Burr's Paper Tiger. Now, this special I thoroughly enjoyed. I laughed my ass off. It was amazing. He talks about the Me Too movement and quote-unquote feminists and male feminists, and it's just all around hilarious. And if you're at all familiar with Bill Burr's style, it's nothing different. He's still that angry dad kind of humor, and it's hilarious because he always looks like he's about to give himself an aneurysm, but just almost, and he's just really great. If you have seen the show F is for Family on Netflix, another great adult animated show, I think season 4 will be coming out for that within, next year, end of this year, early next year. That I love adult animation. I don't think there's enough of it. I'm excited for Rick and Morty Season 4. It's also coming in November. We just have a jam-packed end of the year this year with entertainment, like Dr. Sleep, and then the week after that is Rick and Morty, and then the week before Dr. Sleep, The Lighthouse, I think. Just really great stuff. And there's a lot of things to look forward to. I know I'm going to see Joker in a couple days. I am beyond excited for that. The week after, I really want to watch Gemini Man, because I heard that, the reviews are saying it's something you should watch in 3D, and the last time I really enjoyed a 3D experience in a movie theater was Avatar, like opening day, December of 2009. That was a truly magical experience for me, because I went to see it in like a 3D IMAX. It was the first time I had ever been in IMAX, and I was just blown away. I was completely transported to Pandora. Amazing. I love Avatar, and I honestly, when I get a 4K TV and a 4K Blu-ray player, I can't wait for them to, and I'm honestly surprised that they haven't released a 4K Ultra HD version of Avatar, because it's truly one of the most visually amazing, visually pleasing, just amazing visual ride. It's like a roller coaster of a movie, and the visuals are on a whole nother level. So I really think that they will put a 10-year anniversary, and around December of this year, because this year is the 10th anniversary of Avatar, around December they'll come out with 4K Ultra HD version of that, which I will gladly buy. I can't wait for that. I will definitely buy that. Now, the next thing I really think we should, the next thing I want to talk about is stand-up specials on Netflix and comedies. I watched the 7th season of The Ranch a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen any of that, it's another delightfully fun sitcom, if you like sitcoms, if you like Ashton Kutcher, you can do no wrong with The Ranch or That 70s Show. The Ranch actually has a lot of recurring cast members from That 70s Show, including Ashton Kutcher, Danny Masterson, the dad and the mom from How I Met Your Mother, That 70s Show, and Fez is also in it, and there's one other guy, I just can't remember his name. Anyways, a lot of people from that show are also in The Ranch. It's a sitcom. You know what to expect if you've seen any sitcom. It's funny. It's got a decent story. The 7th season was definitely a step down, though. That's mainly because I didn't think it was anything really bad. It was just they did more of the same, and sometimes more of the same has worked for the other seasons, but at this point in the 7th season, it just got kind of tiring, and especially when they made a character that I already didn't like too much completely unlikable this season, and then they make that entire character's decisions the starting point. They basically base this entire season's story around X characters' decisions and other characters' ramifications of their decisions and actions. So it was a little bit annoying because they just kind of kept going over the same type of thing over and over again. It kind of felt like they didn't know much else to write for this season in terms of a storyline. And I mean, the 8th season of The Ranch is going to be the final one, so I guess that's that. So other stand-up specials on Netflix you should check out. All of Aziz's I really like. I like Aziz Ansari a lot. Really, really funny. His newest one, directed by Spike Jonze, is quite something. It was quite touching, and he addresses his sexual misconduct allegations, and it was all in all just a really good, thoughtful, and funny perspective on the times that we live in. And it was cool because you got to see somebody who had gone through a sort of just, cancel culture. I guess that was before cancel culture became like a hashtag and like a real thing. But he had been affected by that, as had like Kevin Hart and numerous other people, James Gunn. So I have a lot of thoughts about that, and I really want to talk about that in the next podcast that Talal and I record, or whoever I record with. So, because I really think that it's a dangerous way to think, to just cancel somebody because they make a mistake and or have made a mistake in the past. Because, I mean, to sum up my stance, that just makes it so that all of our, I guess, celebrities can't be human. They have to be like these inhuman, perfect, god-like idols or whatever you have. And they, like, just because they get a lot of attention from other people, that if they mess up, then they just are over. Like, their lives must be like ruined and like forever changed because they have, for an example, made a mistake in the past and then apologized for said mistake in the past and worked to become a better person. Like, everybody should be trying to be better, right? So I don't want to get too into it, but I don't like that it is a thing. And if you support that, like, really think, like, are you perfect? Because you're probably not. Like, I will bet $20 at least that you were not perfect. Like, it doesn't matter. The amount of money or whatever is arbitrary. Yet, this whole, like, self-entitled notion that the people we see on screens or something can't be people and then must be perfect or must not make mistakes, that's it's kind of crazy to me. And it's kind of the norm. I hope we're deviating from this, though. It's not a good norm. Just because it's a norm doesn't mean that it's something that's good, that's happening. Don't take the status quo as something good, Hell, if they did that in the 1960s, civil rights movement probably wouldn't have happened. Like, it's dangerous. Wow. I try to keep this strictly about movies and TV and news surrounding the entertainment industry, but damn, it just got kind of political, and I don't like that too much. But I also like voicing my opinion, and I also think that this is something that is worth talking about, because we need some sort of a cultural or mindset change, or we just need to wake up and, I don't know, stay woke, or whatever the kids say these days. You just need to not jump to conclusions and immediately close our minds off when somebody might make a mistake. Because, the only way we're going to change for the better, or the only way we can even hope to do that, is if we keep an open mind. But if we pigeonhole someone and put them into this closed box as like, okay, they're canceled because they did X. Now, alright, Kevin Spacey, R. Kelly, they have done some effed up stuff. But, I'm not gonna hate on you if you like their music. I'm not gonna hate on you. Like, I love Kevin Spacey's acting. I'm not going to judge you for liking an artist's art because of what the artist may or may not have done. Art is art, and your experience with it is truly your own, and whatever that artist brought to it or anything, once that art is out there, it's basically yours, and all that matters is you and your experience with that art. So if you like Roman Polanski's movies, Rosemary's Baby, I don't know, what else did he do? The Pianist, he's won tons of awards. I'm sure he's a great director. I haven't seen any of his movies, but I know that Chinatown is lauded as like the greatest whodunit mystery movie with the best screenplay of all time or something, and a lot of great things have been said about it. So I am sure that when I watch those movies, they'll be good movies, and they'll probably be really well directed movies too. That the fact that Roman Polanski was convicted of raping a 13-year-old, that has nothing to do with the fact that you might love that movie, or you might hate that movie too. Both opinions are valid, and you can't you can't just, I don't like dismissing art or any sort of creator's work based on the creator's actions outside of that work, if that makes any sense. I don't find that just to be justified. That's all. So this, didn't want to talk about politics or anything iffy or controversial, but hell, I've already done all this. What are you gonna do now? Those are my thoughts on a lot of things. So yeah, stand-up specials on Netflix. You should check them out. Aziz, Hassan Minaj. If you watch his show, great. It's like Last Week Tonight for Netflix. The Nikki Glaser one's alright. I don't like Amy Schumer's. I just honestly don't. I have only probably mustered up a light chuckle with Amy Schumer. I just don't really find her to be all that funny. But, you might, and that's totally okay. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Bill Burr's great. He has a bunch on Netflix. And, Aziz also has a bunch on Netflix. And, who else? Trevor Noah has, I think, 2 or 3 on Netflix now. And I don't like his newer ones as much, but if you watch Trevor Noah's African American, that one's great. I think that his comedy, after he, came onto The Daily Show and started doing it all the time, I just don't like it as much as, I guess, his first one. I think it's called African American, and it's from 2008. So way before he was going to be on The Daily Show or on The Daily Show. Definitely check that one out. And off the top of my head, those are the only stand-up specials on Netflix that I really think you should check out. Oh yeah, Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham's also great. Bo Burnham, what makes him great is he has songs, and the songs are really funny. He's a good singer, and the songs that he comes up with, they are music to my ears. They're just a joy to listen to. Really, really funny songs. I think he has one like Straight White Male or something like that. It's hilarious. Dana Carvey also, he has a stand-up special, if you remember him from Wayne's World. It's called Straight White Male 60 or something. And that's a really funny one. He does like the really funny voice too. And the other one, John Mulaney. John Mulaney has 2 on Netflix. John Mulaney is also really funny. I like his one at Radio City, I think. It might be called Kid Gorgeous, but I'm not too sure. The joke about Bitten Binder, if you recall, if you remember, or if you watch it, remember, stay tuned for that joke. That one just, that hurt me in a good way. But yeah, those are some ones on Netflix that you should check out. And I guess my thoughts on cancel culture and stuff. And art versus artist separation. And I mean, there's definitely a bigger conversation to be had. So I'll definitely talk about that on the actual show whenever I record a full-on conversation. But yeah, this is just another episode. I just wanted to really commit to recording more regularly, whether it be with another person or just by myself. Because there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things I want to talk about. So, why the hell not? If you guys are having a great day, have a better one. And if it's going crappy, all the more reason to have a better one. But that's me. Have a great day, you guys, and I will catch you in the next one.